What video game do you remember playing fondly in your younger years? SSX Tricky. Was this that snowboarding game on this box? Yes. That game was great. Super Mario 3. When I found out he could freaking fly, my mind exploded. So many secrets in that game that took me years to learn. Best game ever. I loved the raccoon suit, and the frog suit was awesome. The first Halo bro first game I ever beat me, and my dad did it split screen the whole campaign, good memories. Harvest Moon, especially More Friends of Mineral Town. I still love the farming RPG genre to this day, and I really can't wait for the remake to come out. PS1, Colony Wars, Red Sunday. It had the best spaceship flying controls of any game I played before or since. The thing flew as a ship would in 0G. Pokemon Sapphire. That was the first game I ever owned, and I still remember the game fondly. Age of Empires 2/3, great memories. Putt-Putt Save the Zoo and Pajama Sam, you are what you eat. BRB gonna go dig up my games now. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. The Dragon Ball Z Budokai series, Tekken, and Crash Bandicoot. Baseball Stars and Double Dribble. Super Smash Bros. Played the shit out of the first 2 Tony Hawk games. The soundtracks were dope too. GoldenEye. Have the crew come over on Friday night. Talk about our very serious 6th grade problems. Eat pizza and drink soda. Turn down the volume after 11 PM so that we don't wake mom up. I was the annoying bitch who dropped proximity mines all over the complex. No odd job. Wizards and Warriors. It was a lesser known, but pretty solid fantasy platformer for the Northeasts with knights, wizards, magic potions, gems, keys, the undead, invisibility cloaks, enchanted daggers, goblins, caves, castles, damsels, and mutton. BioShock. Nothing quite measured up to the betrayal I felt when Fontaine revealed Atlas wasn't real. So many quarters pumped into Galaga. If I had saved and invested that money instead, I could be retired now and could afford to buy a vintage Galaga machine for my house. Mario Brothers on Super Nintendo. Star Wars Pod Racing N64. Zoo Tycoon 2. Who TF gave it bad reviews? Too many to pick just one, TBH. RuneScape and the original Star Wars Battlefront 2nd are probably tied for first place though. My RuneScape account turns 13 this year, if I remember correctly. I log on to RS probably once every month and just kind of walk around and see what's new to avoid my account getting abandoned / forgetting the details, and I still find myself digging up my old PS2 every couple of months to slay battle droids in instant action on my Jito and Kashyyyk. Mario Paint. Soul Calibur 4 Dreamcast. Me and my older brother would play sets of 100 regularly. Such a great gaming experience that has solidified my deep love of fighting games to this day. Sims 2 and Sims 3. Super Mario World. Probably played it at least 5 times from start to finish. Now that I got an SNES Classic, I started playing it again 25 plus years later. COD 4, MW2 and a bit of Bo 1 when I was over at my friend's place. Forgot to say Skate 2 and Out of Tony Hawk games and other skate games. Snake on my Nokia mobile phone. Star Wars Battlefront 2. The original. It was, and still is, my go-to relaxing game. I'd play the space conquest mode for hours on end. StarCraft, Age of Empires I, and Battle Realms. All RTS games, and I couldn't get through the campaigns of the first 2 without cheating. Civilization 2. Earthbound, Zelda, anything Mario. Sonic Crazy Team Racing Harvest Moon. Animal Crossing Simpsons Hit and Run. Medieval 2 game was sick. Spyro, the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot, Twisted Metal, and Halo. Yes. Just yes. So many great nights. FML, getting old sucks. When I got Spyro, I was actually too young to play the game properly. I couldn't beat much, so it just glide around the first levels. Morrowind. So much more immersive than Skyrim. I would read the books and explore every corner. The world and climate was a lot more diverse. I actually got into the story too. What a great summer, man. The Intellivision game console was my first gaming console. My favorite games on it were Tron's Deadly Discs, Space Battle, I pretended like it was Battlestar Galactica, Dungeons and Dragons Cloudy Mountain, a really fun game. COD. Which one? The first. World at War was the first video game I played with my dad. We still play COD together, and I'm excited to play MW tomorrow. Minecraft, Midnight Club LA, Dub Edition, MW3, Black Ops 1. MW3 was probably the fastest COD. A striker with extended mags, easy kills. But really it was all about the ACR. And the MP7 inches. Crazy Taxi. Was this the one on PS1? Dreamcast. Star Trek Armada. It is a real-time strategy game much like StarCraft or Age of Empires. So many. Oregon Trail, Number Munchers, all the great MECC games on the Apple / Super Mario Bros. And Legend of Zelda on the Northeasts. So many great games on that system. I remember when the SNES was released in the US and playing Super Mario World, F-Zero, and Pilotwings. They seemed like such a leap forward. It was amazing. GoldenEye. I liked Joust and played it to death in the arcades. Also Gauntlet, though I never made it that far. The Sims. That Dragon Key game on Atari and the original Legend of Zelda. RuneScape. I will never forget the amazing memories I made playing that. I still go on old school sometimes to re-experience the nostalgia. The Ratchet & Clank games for the PS2. Me, my dad, and my brother would take turns after the person controlling dice. In the second or third game though, there was a bomb-ass multiplayer and that was pretty sick. This was all from around ages 3 to 7. Beyond that, me and my brother got on Xbox in 2007, when I was 8, and shortly after, my mom reluctantly let us play Halo 3, and I fell in love with it. Deus Ex. Multiplayer Neverwinter Nights City, a veritable persistent world. I was so addicted. Smartball was the first game I ever rented. First grade me absolutely loved that game. What is Smartball? And what system? It was an early entry in the SNES canon, so would have been like 1992. It was a fun little platformer that was definitely geared towards little kids. Final Fantasy II on SNES. I think it's FF4 for the rest of the world. Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory. Rescue, Embassy Mission. Can beat that game in like 7 minutes, but it had tactical gameplay, stealth action, third/first person action, sniper gamma play. Such fun. Edit, on Northeasts, here's a LAN play that's just over 9 minutes long, https://yauta.b/visualsxfmu. I used to spend hours watching my brother play a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. He wouldn't let me touch the N64 or play his copy until I was 18, but I was allowed to watch. I used to stay up and play Half-Life with my dad when I was younger. This was back when you had to buy the game on a disc. It will always hold a special place in my heart because that was the first game I ever played. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Spent so many hours customizing my favorite cars and the fantastic police chases. I loved when my cousins came over and we would take turns on who could last the longest on Heat 6 with the shittiest cars and setups. COD MW2. Didn't have a fuck ton of viral friends, so when I got into a clan of internet strangers, I actually felt like I had people who enjoyed my presence. Hi Tower, if you're reading this, hope you're doing well. Sid Meier's Pirates 4's Box. I always had so much fun playing that game, either playing the quests seriously or just going around capturing every port for whatever nation I had the highest promotion with until the entire Caribbean was one nation. I still have the disc. Good times. Atari 2600 Maze Craze. Call of Duty and Need for Speed. Me and my dad played Heroes of Might and Magic 3. It was hard and amazing. Pokémon Yellow and World at War. Earliest game was Final Fantasy on the Northeasts from what I remember. One of my earliest memories was my dad on Nintendo Hotline being stuck trying to find a fairy in a bottle because there was no such thing as Google back then, along with Zelda 2, Mario, Donkey Kong, TMNT, Top Gun, Ryger Commando. Eventually moved on to the SNES, and boy, I put in work on Super Mario World, Final Fantasy 3 or 6 depends who you ask, Zelda: A Link to the Past, the Mortal Kombats, and Street Fighter's Killer Instinct. Oh, you can't forget Mario Kart either. So yeah, I guess that's my list of games I'm fond of, haha. Minecraft and Castle Crashers. Why Crash Bandicoot, of course. Also Croc. Little Green Bastard was fun. Always will be Minecraft. Just a fantastic game, truly. Listening to the soundtrack gives me such intense nostalgia it actually makes me cry. I also loved Saints Row 2 when I was a kid. I remember Saints Row 1 and 2. Sure, to get some laughs and have a chill time playing. That feeling of my first Minecraft world is something that I don't think I'll ever be able to replicate. It was just insane how that game made me feel when I was younger. Gradius. When they cancelled the making of 6, I was sad. Sims 2 Pets, Minecraft, Titan Quest, Torchlight, Jazz Jackrabbit. Also a bunch of point and click games on the internet. Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. I wish I could experience it for the first time again. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, V8 Vigilante, Jet Set Radio. Super Mario * 63 *. Super Street Fighter 2, Zelda, and Paperboy. Minecraft and Animal Crossing City Folk. Need for Speed Carbon. Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. Lego Racers. I remember playing it with my dad and it was fun. Kingdom Hearts 1 on PS2. Acru, you handsome. Forget it. It'll never let you take Karis' heart. The Kingdom Hearts menu song. Came to comment this game, but you beat me to it with an even better commentary to it. Link to the Past 5 years old me got so immersed in that world, and because I was so young the whole family was involved, so it was just an awesome time. Donkey Kong Country at Grandma's with my younger cousin, at home Game Boy Tetris by myself, as well as Duck Hunt and Mario Kart 64 with my brother. Someone mentioned GoldenEye, which is a winner. I'd say my favorite would be Tetris Attack for the SNES. Wish they'd port it to the Switch. Super Mario World on Game Boy Advance SP. Wish I kept it, but mom gave it away. Pokémon Red. Had the magnifier/light attachment for the Game Boy and I dumped my childhood into that thing. Pokémon Soul Silver or Minecraft. Wizardry, Bane of the Cosmic Forge. It was the first RPG I ever played, and I freaking loved it. No internet then, and I remember calling a 900 number to get a tip on the game. Pong. E.T. Haha, so funny, haha. Perfect Dark, N64. Banjo-Kazooie was the first game I remember playing when I was probably 7. Still get it back out occasionally to relive the old memories. I couldn't stop playing this game. I was hooked. Sock 'em with the headset and voice commands. PS2 I think. Putt Putt enters the race, haha, Yoshi Island, if we are talking handheld. Guitar Hero 3 on PS2. Legend of Legaia. Chrono Trigger, FF6, Forza on PS2. Biggest ones though are Final Fantasy 7, because my dad and I would spend all of our time together playing it after he and my mom got divorced and up until he died. And Earthbound, because it was the one game my mom played with me and had a blast back before she started drinking. If 15 years ago counts, Tales of Symphonia was the first game where I was sad to have finally completed it. Had to rent it several times back then. Other than that, Pokémon Blue or the early Mega Man Battle Network entries. Loved those games to death. It was a text-based game where I was trapped in a coma-like state controlling a bunch of robots, each with a different fault or damage, and had to solve some problem with the facility we were in. I could see through each robot, but had to deal with the damage that was done to each one. Great game and great puzzles and problems to solve. Chuzzle and Virtual Villagers, LMAO. Super Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario TTYD, Luigi's Mansion, The Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker, WarioWare Incorporated, Mario Kart Double Dash. Basically I just loved the GameCube. I've played both way too many times over the years, and I still own my GameCube to this day. Eggmania. Ratchet and Clank Destroy All Humans Bond, Nightfire. So many. Goldsmiths. Bubble Bobble. Alex Kidd. Psycho Fox. Astro Warrior. Space Harrier. Afterburner. Phantasy Star I on the Sega Master System. I can hear the theme tune now. I always wanted to be Alice as a kid. Super Mario Sunshine. GTA San Andreas. Phantasy Star I on the Sega Master System. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Phantasy Star I on the Sega Master System. Spyro on the PS1. Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye, Star Fox. Top Gear SNES. Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga. I will never forget the moment I first popped that game in, and the opening sequence started up. Star Fox. Super Mario 64. Scrambler at the Ground Drowned. I was so damn good at that game. Pong, for some reason, I think that was even before Atari. Was it Telestar? Age of Empires, 1 and 2, Pokémon, Sims 2 on the GameCube. Donkey Kong 64, Spyro, Mario Party 64, Banjo-Kazooie, the list goes on. Spent a lot of times indoors as a kid, but looking back I really miss it. Halo 4, Minecraft, Wii Sports. Mario World or King Kong N64. Champions of North/DBZ Budokai 3, PS2 The Legend of Dragoon, PS1 Metroid Prime GameCube Super Mario RPG, SNES. I remember the first game I had on my 2DS was Pokémon Pearl, and what an amazing first game it was. I remember going back a few weeks ago and listening to some of the songs in it, and the nostalgia almost made me tear up, haha. Jak and Daxter, also Minecraft of course.